Water. What is it? Is it at the beach, lakes, ponds, rivers, and even in your house? Water is everywhere. We are made up of 70% of water. Water is the source of life. Water is an essential resource to every living thing that lives and breathes on our planet, insects, animals, and humans. Without water, our world will be a failure, and we are already failing.
Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to Dr. Sifarau. My name is Muhammad Hafizuddin RAZELI. Today, I would like to tell you about one of the Sustainable Development Goals, which is life on water. As you can see, this is the issue which is happened in my residential area.
Water is becoming tainted with chemicals, oils, dirt, pathogens, and other unhealthy substances that affect all living things. Our water is not pure and clean anymore. Water pollution. Water pollution is the contamination of water bodies including lakes, rivers, oceans, aquifers, and groundwater.
Really not supposed to be in the water. You got all that in the water. You're really not supposed to be in the water. The fish catch you, they're not up. So
Alright, I'm getting out. Gonna take the sample, make my way out of here.
I can't believe we went in the water though.
Alright.
The real causes and effects of industrial water pollution. Recent industrial developments have led to substantial spurts in the economy of many nations. But, as is the case in many countries, we all are facing its life-threatening after effects. An example is the United States, where industries contribute to more than half of the total water pollution. In 1996, the United States Environmental Protection Agency reported that about 40% of the surveyed rivers, estuaries, and lakes were polluted to such an extent that their water cannot be used for activities like drinking, fishing, and swimming. So, what exactly has led to this disastrous situation that our water bodies are facing today? Let us find out. Causes of industrial water pollution. One of the major causes of industrial water pollution is the careless industry owners who have absolutely no regard for rules and no sense of responsibility towards the environment. Lack of stringent rules or policies to control pollution or the failure to follow rules has also contributed to industrial water pollution. In the countries where policies exist, the apathy of the enforcement authorities has allowed industry to take such laws for granted and bypass them easily. Another cause is the typical mentality of a few industries to cut down on expenses by using the old, rusty, and outdated technologies. See what they do to the environment. These technologies are less efficient and produce a greater amount of pollutants compared to modern technologies. We also have a few industry owners who think that planning industrial growth is unnecessary. Sure, industrial growth boosts the economy of a country, but without planning in the picture, it can lead to degradation of the environment. Unplanned industrial growth contributes to lack of proper waste disposal sites and a total disregard for pollution control laws. Industrial pollution does not happen overnight. It is a slow poison, bleaching our water of its minerals, life forms, and its very basic nature of giving life. Effects of industrial water pollution on the environment. The water used in various industrial processes comes in contact with toxic chemicals, heavy metals, organic sludge, and even radioactive sludge. When such polluted water is thrown into the ocean or other water bodies without any treatment, it leads to a number of very serious problems, thermal pollution being one of them. Thermal pollution refers to an increase in the ambient water temperature that can have an adverse effect on the sensitive aquatic life. Radioactive sludge from industries, waste from power plants and nuclear reactors can cause thermal pollution when released into the water bodies. When industrial runoffs end up in water bodies, the nutrient content of water increases, leading to eutrophication and algal blooms. During daytime, these algal blooms produce oxygen, but at night they use the oxygen dissolved in water, bleaching the water body of its oxygen over time. Another effect of industrial pollution is an increase in the murkiness of water. This can prevent sunlight from reaching the bottom dwelling plants, making them unable to photosynthesize. Excessive murkiness of water can also block the gills of fish, making it difficult for them to take up dissolved oxygen from the surrounding water. Industrial water pollution also leads to the direct contamination of freshwater resources with toxic chemical pollutants, like sulfur is harmful for marine life, while asbestos is known to be a potential carcinogen. Effects of industrial water pollution on humans. Presence of high levels of carbon tetrachloride in drinking water can cause liver problems. Benzene is suspected to be associated with diseases like anemia and low blood platelets and poses an increased risk of cancer. Toluene is basically a pollutant generated by the oil and petroleum industry, which too can affect the liver, kidneys, and the central nervous systems. The chemical chlorobenzene found in insecticides and dyes can adversely affect the liver, kidneys, and the central nervous system. Industrial water pollution control, which is non-engineering solution. Industries can install a pretreatment system to separately treat waste like heavy metals, volatile organic compounds, and oil and grease. For engineering solution, the government needs to come up with affordable pollution control equipment such as filter oil and incentive for installing the equipment. Thermal pollution can be controlled by forming cooling ponds or by using cooling towers. Furthermore, local municipal authorities can be urged to use the latest technology to recycle or treat domestic waste. It is important to spread awareness and do our bit towards curbing industrial water pollution. Much is being done to control, monitor, and rectify damage done by pollutants. The problems are diverse and some are only being recognized, but it is important to keep a close control over pollutants so that we can maintain the environment in an acceptable condition for future generations. Hope this made you realize how grave this environmental concern is now.
To conclude, water pollution is a major environment-related health threat to people and aquatic life. To prevent this problem, government must take action and also increase awareness among the people. That's all from me. Assalamualaikum and bye-bye.